Hi guys, Mr. Hat here, and in my previous videos I showed you two different games I played last August with my kids. The topic for August is animals, so you can use wild animals, pets, animals, farm animals like these. So whatever animals you like. So today I'm gonna teach you another game I played in August with my kindergarten kids. So let's dive in. Well, as you know, I like starting the lessons with hello song, some drillings like weather, numbers, ABC. I have a little system for that. I will maybe try to put on the link down here or show you on the screen so you understand what I'm talking about. After that, we go for the flashcards. I drill a little. So I select before lesson. I have in the system to what flashcards I'm going to use for that topic in that month. I drill a little easily, like you just go one after another. So if it's animals like tiger, lion, monkey, gorilla, and so on. For little kids, their kindergarten, for the younger kids, I choose 3 to 5 cards. For upper kids, I use the same 3 or 5 cards I use for the little ones, plus all the rest of the card, maybe about 10 cards. I like to mix cards. I'm in Japan now, so I like to mix cards kids know already with new stuff. For example, lion, they say lion. They know gorilla. So these are words they know already. They just pronounce a little different. So I use these plus something they don't say. Like if they say Torah, they don't say tiger. Some people say tiger, but I add some new stuff. Okay, for whatever the topic I'm teaching. Today's game is we use these toys. You can use cards too, but I prefer using toys because it's more interactive. It's fun. It's more real for kids than just a piece of a paper with something printed on it. So, but you can use cards too. Sometimes I do use cards depending on the topic. So you drew the animals like we have here, tiger. We have a lion. I don't know if you can see the camera there. Have a gorilla, an elephant, and cheetah. So once you drilled using the animals, you what you have to tell the students, I like explain just a little, not too much because you're too little to understand. I tell them I'm gonna hide, and by the way, I teach in their classroom, so they have a plenty of space and things in their shelves, boxes and tables and whatever else. So I tell them I'm gonna hide all these animals in any place in their classrooms, okay? I try to don't hide inside their bags or in places like that. That is too complicated, a little bit dangerous. So I try to keep it simple. Even if it's silly, they can easily see and find the items, so no problem. Looking for the item is already exciting for them, okay? So you don't need to worry about hiding very well. So if you have 10 kids, then I will use 10 animals, 10 fruits, 10 vegetables, and so on. So then everyone plays at once. What you can do too is, if you have, for example, 40 kids, and then having 40 kids looking for items, first you need to have 40 of these items. It may be too much. So it takes longer to hide 40 items. So, and then to find, it's going to be a huge mess, noisy. Some kids will get lost during the game. They can't find anything. Some kids will pick 2, 3, 4, 5, and so I advise you, if you have a big class, like more than 15, of course, depends on the kids too. Some kids behave very well. That's possible to do. But if you have more than 15 kids, I think it's nice if you split in small groups. In Japan, here where I teach in the kindergartens, each group sits at a table, like they have the table 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 to 5 students each table. So I say, okay, you guys first, and then after you find animals, the next table, and so on. It's easier to control, and then you don't lose the focus, which is teaching English. Okay? With that being said, we ask them, let's do the table group thing. So ask everyone to close their eyes, usually in 3 different ways, like 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this is the most effective way. If you just ask them to, okay, close your eyes, I do like this, I will keep looking. Their kids, even like this, they will pick, but you don't need to work too much. You just tell them to don't do that. If they do too much, tell them if they pick, they can't play. Ask the homeroom teacher if you're in a different country or to help you out. And then tell them it's not fun. It's fun if they don't see where the animal is. Try to convince them, okay? It's nice too. Once they go like 1, 2, and 3, and then you go and hide all the animals in different places. On the sink, under the chair, on the shelf, if they have the piano, on the piano, behind the piano. Not dangerous places, as I said before, okay? And then once you hid all the animals, you do the countdown, 3, 2, 1, go! And then they go. That group goes and they find the animals. Ask the other kids to don't say, just watch them, cheer for them. Well, and as we are teaching English, we need them to use English. Once they found the animals, you have 2 options here. They can bring the animals straight away to you, or they can just go back to their chairs and sit and wait until everyone finds all the animals. It's up to the teacher, your style, your way. What I do in some classes, I ask them to sit or stand there or next to me. And then once all the students found all the animals or the items, they line up. Ask them to line up in front of everyone, like around here. And then we go one by one. I ask them to teach the other kids the animals they picked, they found. So the first student goes, tiger! And then all the students, tiger! And then I collect it back, put in my bag or just in a pocket. And then the next student goes, okay, lion. And then, okay, lion. Everyone, lion. And so on. So you get the kid there to play, to say, and everyone to repeat after the kid. So they become the teacher. That time everyone likes, everyone repeats, it's fine. Very productive. So finished, go for the next group, and the next, and the next, and so on. What you can do too is if the group number 1 did, and then the next group playing this game is the group number 2. So you can ask the kids in group number 1 to hide all the items. They love it because then nobody is, of course, the other kid. You can ask all the other kids to hide, but there are too many kids. Maybe it's gonna be too messy. So I ask this first group to hide. Teamwork. Hide all the animals. Everyone close their eyes. You come back, finished. The team number 2 goes and find all the animals. You can 3, 2, 1, go. And then all again the same. They come here, line up, and say the animals one by one. Kids repeat, and so on. If you want more excitement, what you can do is you choose. It's nice if you have an extra set of animals. For example, in this case, animals. You have an extra set in your pocket, or you have the flashcards for them. And then once they lined up, you can ask them to teach the other kids, but they don't go back at the time as usual. They say you pick up and then they go back to them. Don't do that. They just say one by one, lion, tiger, elephant, and so on. And then you ask them to wait, and then you pick. It's like a lottery. You pick the winner. The winner is, let's say I had lion in my pocket. The winner is the lion. Then the person holding the lion, yeah, I'm the winner, and gets more points. I give points to everyone. Never make this mistake. To the winner, you give 1 point. To the people that didn't win, you don't give any point. Or if you have 5 kids, the first, the winner, the second, and the third, and then these 2 lost. The first to give stickers, 3, 2, 1 stickers. You never do that. So give stickers to everyone, even the people that lost or couldn't find or couldn't finish. Or so 1 point to those, and then keep going up, like 1 point to the last people. The next person or people 2 and 3 to the top. Another very cool way to play this game is that you can ask each kid. Let's say you have for small classes, that's very cool to play. For big classes, a little bit difficult. So if you have up to 10 kids, you could take turns, but do this way. You have, let's say I have a cheetah, gorilla, and an elephant. 3 kids are playing. So I hide those same animals. And then the elephant. I hide those same animals. Again, they close their eyes, you hide them. And then before they go and find animals, you give it to the player A, you have this hidden somewhere. You give this to the player, look, you have to find the elephant, not the cheetah, not the gorilla. And then that player has to find another elephant, okay? And then to the next player B, you have to find the gorilla only, okay? And then they go and find just that specific item, the animal you asked them to. That is a very productive way too. And I forgot to mention, but we are just saying the name of the items because they're kindergarten. Maybe you're teaching a kindergarten where kids are a little bit more advanced or faster learners. You can ask them to, instead of saying just the item like a cheetah, tiger, lion, they can say I like for I have, I see, or depends on the topic you're using. Whatever grammar point that matches that topic. For example, for the animals, we can say I like, okay, or I see it. So they can, when they line up or when they find or they exchange, you can ask them to, I like cheetahs, and then exchange. I like gorillas, and then exchange, and so on. That is another way to play in a little higher level. If you were teaching numbers, quantities, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example, but maybe you need more items, more than normally we use. You can also hide those amounts, like you hide 3 lions. Let's say we handle 3, and then you can say, okay, guys, you can tell them, guys, find 1 elephant, and then they go and find 1 elephant, and they say, okay, find 3 gorillas, and they have to go and find 3 gorillas. Find, let's say you hit 5 cheetahs, and then if you find 5 cheetahs, and so on. It's very cool because when they bring back, and for that you can do individually, but it's nice if you send a group for that task, okay? Especially if you handle more than 5 items at the same time. So they can bring back those items. I think it's nice to prepare some number cards or write in the board or whatever, somewhere visible. And then they bring back that. Let's say you said there's 3 lions. So, and then the 3 players, they find, or 2 players, they find the 3 lions. And they bring back, and they had to say, that's the English time, but take advantage of every single time you can to make them speak English, okay? So they create this habit in their minds. Huh? So they bring back, we found them, and then they say 1 lion, 2 lions, 3 lions, and so on. So you can work with numbers and items too. If you want to do it a little bit more advanced, you can hide many animals, and then you ask them to find 3, or time it. Give them a minute to find items, okay? Tell them at least 1 item they have to find. And then they go and find the items. Let's say the player A found lion, cheetah. That's enough. You can set like each player finds 2 animals. Can get only 2 animals or 3 animals. So then they bring it back, and you can, since it's more advanced way to play, you can ask them to say, I like lions, but I don't like cheetahs, or I don't like cheetahs, but I like lions. We can use this positive and negative way to say. It works too, okay? For bigger kids, it works better. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep gamifying your lessons. That's the only key to fight all those AI and games and social media distractions in kids' lives. Gamification promotes a lot of interaction, engagement, and fun. So whatever question you have, just let me know down in the comments. Subscribe to our channel if you like it. Like the video to help us to reach more people. Share with people you think may like it or may be happy to know about this game. And see you next time.